What is up? This is Tim from Madden Community College. Today we're going to look at how to make coins. This is a simple Google Doc guide. I'm going to leave the link in the description. So let's get into it. So grinding. This whole guide is going to be different methods on how to get coins. So grinding is your first method. Now, grinding is a very, very boring thing to do, I assure you. It really is. But at the same time, if you are watching a show or you're doing something else while you're playing that game, you're slowly but surely getting lots of coin value. So if you were to play the Journey, you'd get almost 120k in about an hour or two. Now believe me, it's mind-numbingly boring. That's why in the doc I included this little pro tip. 123 Movies has just about every show you can find out there. Just make sure you have a pop-up blocker. So yeah, that's how I do my grinding. Alright, farming. Farming is what is pretty much just having multiple accounts and playing more solos. So it's a lot of grinding, like per se, just even more grinding than you would normally, but with multiple accounts. But farming also applies to sets that are limited time and stuff like that. So there's this cool guide by a guy on Reddit by the name of Team Sutherland. So go check him out. He's a really cool guy. Now I linked to the post here, but this whole little section is his post, so we'll go over it. Now to create a second account, just make a second account. I'm sure you all know that. Someone put a pro tip out there. It was that you can use the same Gmail or whatever. Just put like a dot or something in front of it. Google ignores the period, but other places don't, so it's one way to just keep all your accounts on the same email. Now that we have set up a second account, you can go and play a sequence, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so for every account, make sure you get a MUT rewards count, because every thing you do, you pull packs and everything, gives you more and more rewards. So every time there's a promo, you get a promo pack. And in that promo, and depending on your tier of MUT rewards, you get a bigger value. So it's a pretty cool thing to make sure you have. Now, why you create a farm account, the biggest reason is to play solo challenges a second, third, or fourth, even fifth time. And if you have a MUT rewards account, you also receive those packs during those promos, blah, blah, blah. When to use the farm account, doesn't really make sense to play head-to-head on your farm account, which is true, because why are you going to play head-to-head on your farm account unless you're doing something like Clickwood does with the pack and play? So yeah, there's not much to do on your farm account except for play solos. So you're doing it mainly just to get those limited time solos like the Gauntlet and Journey, which give huge rewards, but you can only play it once. Trading. So trading to get your coins from your farm account to your main account, you could sell and buy. But the problem with that is that you could do the coin buying thing. So you have your main account put up some low tier card on the auction block for about the type of coins you want to send over. The problem with that is that EA sees that as a breach of contract and stuff and can shut your account down. So I wouldn't recommend that. Now trading is the better way to do it. So with your farm account, buy a card on the auction block that's going for as much coins as you want to send over, and then trade that card to your main account. All you have to do is friend it and then sort by friends, and you'll see it. Bada bing, bada boom, you got that card in the other account, and then sell them again, and you get that. It's the easiest way to not get caught and get your coins. Now I'm obviously ad-libbing and skimming over this document, but if you want to read it word for word, just get that doc from the description. So playing the auction house, this is probably the best and most it's just the best way to make your coins. It can be time consuming, but it's probably the funnest way, honestly. I remember getting into MUT 13 just because I was playing the auction house. I was having a blast doing that and nothing else. So I have two guides linked here. One's by Ashwin. He's a cool guy on the Reddit. And then we have CM Adog, who is another cool guy on the Reddit. And their posts are right here. Most of what's in this little section is from both of their posts. So just check them out if you want the word from the horse's mouth. So the card flipping method, this is a way to make coins by buying low and selling high. Pretty much the simplest way to do it. Even if you bought a card and only got 500 coin profit, it adds up if you do it enough. Sniping, same as coin flipping, except it's with bigger cells, so you're looking for a high cost card to be posted for real low. Like you'll see $1 million card or million coin cards be dropped as low as 10K sometimes just because someone forgot to put the extra zeros. It sucks for them, but I mean it is a snipe, and other times it's a giveaway, so you know it's not that big of a deal. And on other times it's actually people just don't know the price. It happens a lot. Alright, so the refresh method is to do know the certain filter or be in a certain filter, so like all players, elite, ravens or something, and just know the prices of certain cards. And if you see one for real cheap, then hit it. The cycle method, go on the sets menu, go through each collectible, and if you see any for 20% lower than all the other cards, pick it up immediately. Yeah, that's a pretty simple one. So you're just going into the sets on your console and just looking for the card, and if one's way cheaper than the other one, pick it up. Now, sort by new method. This is a filter, you want to result it to 100 cards, so yeah, just make as many specifics on the filter to get less than 100 cards. So you want to be like QB, Patriots, Blitz promo or something, I don't know, and then you sort by new and just hope you see something. The bid method, yeah, no one does, this isn't a very effective one, it's just you bid on a card and pray you get the best bid. And no one else saw that card, because bidding usually ends up selling the card for maybe just 2K at most, cheaper than it would normally go for. So it's probably the biggest, it could have huge value, but it's not going to happen very often. Knowing the going price of your own cards is very important, because you need to know when to sell your own cards. So if before the biggest crashes I know of is the Blitz promo, the Christmas promo, golden tickets, the Super Bowl, and Ultimate Legends, I believe. And you always want to sell your big ticket cards before those happen. And as well as week to week, if you have Team of the Week cards, if that Sunday, or it doesn't even have to be Team of the Week cards, but that Sunday or Monday, if you see a player do outstanding in a real life game, and you have that card on your team, be sure to sell him, because the next day there could be a Team of the Week version, and that'll just kill the stock on that card. So you just really need to make sure you know your own cards. The LB L1 method, the left bumper or L1 button on your controller when you're in your item binder, it lets you check the prices on the auction block of just that player. It's a good way to see if the going rate went up or down. There's some players that it constantly shifts, like Motivator Burton, I believe. He goes up and down like drastically, so it's something you should keep in mind. The Mutthead method, this is one that you want to look at. So I linked to it right here, but when you go on Mutthead, they have real-time tracking on cards, so let's go to it real quick. Boop-a-doo-ba-doo-boo. Okay, so let's go to the Demaryius Thomas. Boop-a-doo. Alright, so we go to the prices right here. And it'll give you real-time stock value of the card. So look how it's shooting up right now. So it went up 3K in the, 1 day it's been out. So obviously you want to wait till these cards have more historical price data to see how they're going to play. But if you're really into these data stuff to pick your cards, this would be a good way to really get your cards. Darn Buffalo Wild Wings. Yeah, so it's just a nice way, and then there's more stats for nerds, so average, mean, and like maximum, medium, lowest, minimum, stuff like that. It's a cool way to make coins, or at least track some coins. I wish they still had the binder sync that they had a couple years ago. It was the best thing Madden ever had. But yeah, that was just my opinion. The sleeping method. This is my personal favorite one because this takes no time at all to do. At the end of the night or day or whatever, when you know you're not going to play anymore till the next day or even later, just sell all your cards for 30 to 50K more than they'll be worth. make sure that 10% tax won't hurt you. And then when you wake up the next day, some of those cards will probably have sold for way more than they're worth. And then you just buy them back in the morning or the next day at any time at their normal going rate, and you just made like a free 50K. It's how I made a lot of coins this year. Just, I believe it's because overnight some cards just aren't on the block and people just pull the trigger for whatever reason. Now sets, more often than not, sets will not give you profit. That's very true. But there's still ways to get coins off of sets. So the funnel method, I mean, this is the laziest way to make coins, because if you sold every card, you'd make more coin that way than the funnel method. But I do the funnel method because I'm lazy. I just funnel every time I get a card that goes into like a set, like a bronze, silver, or a gold player. I just funnel it into their upgrade or badge upgrade set, and then I just do that. And then eventually I get elite badges and sell them, and I make like 20K every once in a while. It's the lazy way. You're better off selling every card. I've almost almost have done the set through pulling packs method. So if you pulled packs and you pulled like 2 to 3 of the pieces out of the 5-piece set or so, might as well do the set and get the full profit, because you will make the profit as long as you picked up about one of the big ticket cards out of that set. Now, MUT tips are a free way. You get MUT tips from just about everything. There's a new set every week, and sometimes they give you some good stuff. Especially throughout the beginning of the year, it was 5 MUT tips, and you got a chance at any gold team of the week or any gold like Football Outsiders, and those could potentially be the elite ones. So it was a cool set. Trade block giveaways. If you see big ticket cards on the trade block and you know it looks like a giveaway, might as well just enter and see if you get the giveaway. Coin selling and buying. This is very risky because it breaches EA's terms and service, and you can get your account banned. So I'm not saying you should do it, but if you did and you got your coins that way, just be careful, because they could scam you, or EA could ban your account, or both, which would be horrible. But yeah, it's just something you gotta do at your own risk. But I will say, coin selling is a much better way to get coins than buying packs. This is a thing EA could fix by just adding more value to their packs, but they won't. So this is going to be a thing that's going to be around for a while. Pulling packs. If you're pulling packs, you have to pull it with money. Otherwise, you're not going to make any coins. Because if you're pulling packs of coins, you're not getting your return on that investment at all. Trust me. Yeah, it's basically gambling. You're going to lose more than you win. Coin wagers. Fastest way to lose or gain coins, because you could do a 1,000,000 coin wager, win, get 1,000,000 coins. You can do a 1,000,000 coin wager, lose, you lose 1,000,000 coins. But you want to make sure you have a third party to do the business with, like the Reddit MUT wagers. Because if you do a wager, most of the time the loser isn't going to pay up. That's why I stopped doing wagers a long time ago. So tournaments like the one I'm hosting right now, or the Reddit one, if you win, I mean, it's a small chance depending on how many people are there, but you could get the pot. I mean, what's stopping you? Yeah, scamming, go break your game if you considered this. Yeah, and the one I left out, because I don't know a lot about it, is investing. So if you know a set's going to come out, like the Position Hero set is one of the biggest ones people invest in. So you buy up certain cards because you know they're going to be in that set, and then you try and get a big return on that, and that's investing pretty much. I'm sure there's bigger guides on Reddit and stuff, so yeah, go look that up. So that's been Tim from Madden Community College. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And before we end this video, I realize that there's more. So Draft Champions and Salary Cap, very easy and reliable reward system for Draft Champions. 6 wins equals a free elite player on Tuesdays. And the cost of a ticket is a guaranteed pro pack, basically. It's $9K for 3 tickets, which is 1 go at salary or draft. And you get a guaranteed pro pack, so that's one thing. So that's been Tim from Madden Community College, signing off for the second time. looking at the edge of the page and make sure there's nothing left. Alright, see ya.